Just starting off with an eye primer, and also if my hair looks damp, that's because I just washed it. It looks damp because it is damp, in case you're wondering. Now to stop the crease from creasing, I'm just applying a transition shade immediately. It's just a pale taupe shade. Now I'm doing something I don't usually do. I'm actually going to start on the eyelid, and the inner 1/3 is going to get this shade over here. This is an old Vice Palab Urban Decay. I'll list everything below the video. But you don't need to use the exact same things, and I honestly have no idea how much of these eyeshadows are even still available as mono eyeshadows. I know the palette itself isn't available anymore, but anyways, it's just a bronzy, pale bronzy color. And I'm applying it with a very small brush. It sort of feels like applying it with your fingers, but without having to dig your fingers into eyeshadows, because I just personally don't like that. Also, this eyeshadow is hellishly dried out. Whoops. Okay, funny story, the next one is just fine. So apparently it's just that one eyeshadow. Maybe I once used it wet and thereby messed it up. I don't even know. But anyways, my idea today is to do a bronze smoky eye. Because for me, getting out of my comfort zone usually means getting into everyone else's comfort zones. I don't know, like I barely ever just do a smoky eye. And whenever I do a smoky eye, it's usually in bright pink or green or purple. I barely ever just do a bronzy smoky eye, so yeah. I figured, inspired by the liquid lipstick I want to try out today, I'm just gonna do the thing. Do a bronze smoky eye. Then to blend it out, I'm going to use a darker taupe shade on a small, more firm blending brush than the first one I used. And what I always like to do whenever I use a contour-ish color in my crease, I always like to try and make my eyelids lift a little bit. But especially if it's just a taupe and not a bright bold color, I don't just want to have like this big patch of random itchy chin. Anyway, of random dark taupe there. I do want it to be, you know, like a natural shadow basically. So I'm just blending this upwards in a gradient. And then one trick I like to do to get it really blended is just grabbing a short eyeshadow brush, a eyebrow bone highlight. I was gonna say brow bone highlight, and then it became a highbrow. I don't know how that happened, but anyways, we're just gonna apply that very thickly, like extremely thickly, so we have something there to blend with. And then back to big fluffy blender without any other product, and using that I'm just going to blend the brow bone highlight, not the highbrow, the brow bone highlight, and the crease color together. Okay, I think this is pretty much the most natural thing I've done in pretty much ages. But yeah, I'm just gonna intensify it a little bit by adding a bit of a brown pencil. This just gives a little bit of a smoky eyeliner effect. And it's the easiest to do this, like I want to have a bit of a intense thing. Well, you can see on this eye how it's gonna look. But I don't want to do full on eyeliner because I do want to keep the smokiness. This goes best with a creamy pencil. However, mine is ancient and dried out because it seems to be a recurring theme today for no actual reason whatsoever. It just it just sort of happened, I guess. Yeah, once your eye products start giving you eye irritation, you should probably stop using them. That's usually a pretty good hint. But it's best to prevent that and just don't use products that are absolutely ancient. Do as I say, not as I do. Now, we're just leaving the eyes alone for a moment to quickly do a bit of the face. I don't want to have like this full coverage thing going on, so I just applied concealer there where I feel like I could use a little bit more opacity, and then end up using almost as much product as I would have if I had just used a foundation like a normal person, but we're just gonna ignore that. I still need to buy that BB cream by NYX that I've been wanting to buy, because you know, BB cream lighter than foundation and all. Also a little bit beneath my eyes, and there was already a little bit of concealer left there from work today, but you know, a little bit more won't do any harm. Now whenever I do a sort of more natural look, I try to keep a natural face as well. So I'm just using a smaller powder brush. Instead of going in with like a powder puff or anything or a beauty blender. And just try not to breathe in while I apply it around my nostril as well. Just there where it's harder to reach with a big brush. And also I don't want to poke myself in the eye with a big brush. Because that would hurt. And then the rest of my face is just going to get a very thin layer with that big brush. Then, back to below the eye. I'm just going to keep it really simple. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm just applying the dark... Let me just tell you what I'm doing first. I'm applying the dark pencil, brown pencil, on my outer corner below my lashes. Sort of tapering off like that. But yeah, anyway, it just occurred to me that this is a sort of look that I would normally do when I would go to a concert, like after work. Like right after work, when I just... Moving back to the darkest shimmer shade. Yeah. But like the sort of look I would do personally when I would go to a concert right after work. And I didn't want to do something very time consuming basically. Because in the end no one really does care about what you look like when you're just, you know, in the audience at a concert. So yeah. But you know, you still want to look like you at least, you know, are having a fun time and made an effort and didn't just, you know, stumble in there right after work. Even if that's exactly what happened. So yeah, like I really can't wait until we can go to concerts again. That's something I'm really starting to miss. Like, well, actually I started to miss it like half a year ago. But that's something I really miss. Just, I don't know, live music and all. Especially if it's good music. But anyway, inner corner highlight is going to be a nude shade with straight up silver glitter in it. Very nice and bright. Then just quickly the waterline, that's going to be a nude shade. Also, by the way, random thing. Like seriously, this entire week it's been raining. And we just got a new employee at work because I'm quitting. Well, not quitting, I'm moving on to a different job. By the way, if you want to know all about that, don't forget to check out my vlogs. And if you don't want to miss anything on my channel, you can always subscribe. And while you're at it, please also like this video. Because it really does help. It makes YouTube suggest it more to people. So, you know, more people can see it. But anyways, like seriously, a new person at work. As a postman. And then like, it's been raining for most of the week. And then to make it even better, next week it's going to be snowing. So, yeah. On the bright side, she's still enjoying it thus far. So, that speaks of character, you know, to start out like that as a postman. And to then actually stay. Like, wow. But I'm glad she does. But yeah, everything about the job hunt and me finding a new job you can see in my vlogs if you're interested. Oh, by the way, this mascara that I just used is Worth the Hype by NYX. Which I did just want to mention because this is really my go-to mascara for when I, like now, don't want to apply falsies. Because this one just really, I hope you can tell, gives the false lash effect. Like it's really gorgeous, especially if you also use a eyelash curler beforehand. So yeah, just a quick shout out to this mascara. I don't even totally remember actually what kind of weather it was when I, almost 8 years ago, started out as a postman. But I do remember at one point in time, I think it was within the first month that I worked there. It was not just raining, there was like thunder and lightning and I barely knew the route yet. So I had no idea where the depot was, so I was just seriously, really pathetically standing there underneath a tree. Which I know you shouldn't do in thunder and lightning, but it was also raining and I didn't want to get wet. So I was standing there pathetically underneath a tree and then luckily someone who lives in that route actually invited me in. And like not a weird guy or anything, like just a normal guy with a family and a dog and all. So I said yes, so I could actually wait indoors for the storm to pass. Which was really nice of him. But yeah, those are the kind of weather conditions where you really know, yes, this is why I became a postman. Okay, so I was going for natural and now they sort of just look untamed. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Also, the thing I now remember why I never do a bronze smoky eye. On me, I feel like it just looks as if I didn't remove yesterday's makeup. Peachy blush, but yeah, anyways, like I don't hate it. But I just feel like I'm just not the type, well, I don't have the type of face for a bronze smoky eye. I have the type of face for a cut crease. Or glitter. Or bold colors. Or all of those three things combined. Just moving on to a gold highlight now. Pale gold. Setting spray was matte finish by NYX. Then, now we can finally move on to the lipstick that's, you know, inspired this entire look. Like, I literally just put this all on my face just to try out this lipstick because I couldn't just apply it without a heap of other makeup on. Apparently. I like to do things the complicated way. Anyways, this is a NYX Filler Instinct Plumping Lip Polish in the shade Cheap Filth. And just as with some of the products I used in my past videos, I got this from a photographer. And before I once, you know, contact professions in my country are allowed again. You know, I want to use it on other people then, but I need to use it on myself first so I know what to expect. Expect, that came out half inaudibly. Okay, so this is why we test things first. I thought it was a liquid lipstick, but it's actually a lip gloss. So what I'm gonna do is just remove this real quick, put a nude liquid lipstick beneath it, and then apply it on top of that. Okay, that's on there. By the way, in case you're wondering, the reason I'm applying this with the applicator that's just part of the whole thing is because this is just personal stash. I only use this on myself, whereas this one I want to use, like I said, on other people, and it wouldn't be very hygienic if I were to grab the applicator, put it on my lips, and then just put the applicator back into the packaging, because then all the models would get my germs on their lips, which would not be nice. But anyways, I'm now gonna apply the lip gloss for the second time, and then we're hopefully done. And we're left with the final results. Quick opinion on the lip gloss. I'm actually very happy that it is a lip gloss and not a lipstick. Just because I do actually have liquid lipsticks in this color already. But with this effect, I don't know, I love how versatile it is. Because you can put it like I did now over a true nude. Or at least as nude as looks good on me. Because if it's too pale, it just looks weird on me for some reason. Anyway, or you could put it over a very, very dark color. Anything that fits with this color is just gonna work. So it's just a very versatile product, which I like. Also, it is a plumping lip gloss, so it will actually tingle. It does tingle a little bit because it makes your lips fuller. But I love how it looks. It's very beautiful and glittery, and I really, really, really love this. So yeah, that's one positive opinion. Also, yeah, that was basically the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, again, please click the like button. It would really help me out. And if you don't want to miss anything, please subscribe to my channel. Also, again, everything I used is listed below the video. But you don't need to use the exact same things as I did. Actually, it might help if you don't use eyeshadows and an eye pencil that are probably long expired. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's really the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!